Hey folks, Rick Berube here, Vice President of Sales for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services of Arizona, California, and Nevada. And today I want to talk to you about working with for sale by owners. Okay, so what is it now? It's May, almost June, okay, and we're 2017. Obviously, Arizona, California, and Nevada, you've noticed the market has changed, and it's just begun. All the predictions are it's going to get better and better and better. Now, let's talk about that. What does that mean? Well, I have a listing, I've got 7 offers on it. You love this market. I have a buyer, we're one of 7 offers. Not so much fun, right? So it depends on which side you're on. Now, I didn't say don't work with buyers. You should always work with buyers. You should always work with buyers. You should always work with buyers. There, I said it 3 times in a row. So you should always be working with buyers, but you should always have listing inventory too. So we know that a lot of our agents have been working with expireds, and you should continue working with expireds. But here's what I'm hearing. They're getting slimmer. The pickings are getting much slimmer. There's fewer of them, and that's what happens when the market gets better. Okay, more properties are selling. Look, in Vegas, 3 years ago, there were 14,000 homes on the market. There's 5,500 now. Arizona, there were 40,000 3 years ago. There's about 15,000 now. Okay, California, there's 7. Okay, at any one time. There's very few homes on the market in Orange County in California. So even more important, yes, there are fewer FSBOs there, but there are some. And there are a lot in Phoenix area and Nevada. Okay, so how do you work with them? Okay, if you're with the company, you're getting the list every day. Okay, either from Michelle Castellari or from Susie if you're in Arizona, you're getting the list of for sale by owners. You're getting the expireds every day and the FSBOs as they come out. So I would say you mark out your area. You mark out your area wherever you want to work. Like, I would take my farm and expand it slightly for sale by owners, okay? So then I would look at the ones I want to call, and if you look in our book of everything, I call it the book of everything because it has every script I believe you need to be productive in real estate today, or at least get you started, because you'll develop your own rhythm, your own style, no question, and you should. My little script goes like this. Hi, this is Rick with Berkshire Hathaway. I see you're on the market for sale by owner. Good for you. I always like to add that in. Good for you. Okay, I am just calling to see if you are cooperating with real estate agents. Now, what can they say? Let me tell you what they say. 65% go yes. Here's what yes sounds like. Yes. Or, well, you know, that's yes. Well, anything but no is yes. Okay, just so you know. Great. So the ones that say no, you can ask this question. And I usually waited a week or two because we know some stats, and let me cover those with you really quickly. The National Association of Realtors say 94% of all for sale by owners end up using a real estate agent. And of the 6% that actually sell themselves, they sacrifice 11 to 13% of their equity doing so. So I love those numbers, 94%. Okay, now here's the other number. They take 4 to 8 weeks, let's call it 6, to list. Now, all those numbers I believe are accurate because I worked with for sale by owners. I used to do 2 of these a week that I'm going to go through with you right now. I call them FSBO previews. Now, I can already hear the drunk monkey jumping in. Well, previews, are you ever wasting your time going over someone's house who's moving? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Hopefully the answer is no. Should you be previewing property in this market to stay up with product knowledge and confidence on pricing? Yes. Here's my simple theory. Why not preview properties you have a chance to list? Okay, so I just think it's a good idea. Plus, it gets you out there. You should be talking to people who are thinking of moving. So you call them up, all right? Are you cooperating with real estate agents? As a matter of fact, we are. Great. As a real estate professional in our area, I like to keep up with all the inventory, MLS, and for sale by owners. Okay, I'm gonna be in your area probably Wednesday around 1 and again around Friday at 2 o'clock. Which would be better for you for me to preview your home? And they say, okay, well, can you come by Friday? I can come by Friday. Or here's a couple responses. Do you have a buyer? Don't know, I haven't seen your home. That's why I want to come by. Well, we're not going to list with you. I'm not going to ask you to. All right? So the first time you go out, now it's also important that you start with them when they're brand spanking new FSBOs. Don't wait 3-4 weeks, because remember, it takes 6 on average. So you want to start with them when they're brand new. And if you listen to the script as a real estate professional in our area, it makes sense. I'm calling you, you're a brand new FSBO. It looks like I'm paying attention because I am. All right, I have a great name brand, Berkshire Hathaway. They're going to recognize you. Okay, and you're going out to preview the property. That's it. Now, when they say to me, well, I'll see you Friday. Great, I have 2 more questions. Great, I can't wait to see you, Paul, on Friday. And by the way, I'm curious, when you sell this, where are you going? How soon do you need to be there? Sometimes they get a little waffly with those questions, which not very often if they've already let you set a preview. But if they do, I have a third question if I'm not satisfied with the answer of the first 2. And the third one is, what happens if it doesn't sell? That's it. Now, I want to preview property. I want to go over people's homes, but I want to go over the ones that are moving. So we're moving to Seattle because of our job. We have to be there in 120 days. Going. We're getting closer to the grandkids. We want to be there in 90 days. I'm going. Well, if we can get what we want for our home, we might consider downsizing, but we don't have to do anything. I'm not going on that one. I'm going to go on the ones that have a story. They have motivation. They're moving. Now, especially in Vegas and Phoenix, there are so many for sale by owners, you might have to call 4, 5, 6 to go on 2 qualified previews a week. Now, I'm just saying, even if it's 1, add the FSBOs into your schedule. Add them in. It's time to start getting good at those. 2 things I'm always surprised at by doing the job I do here. Number 1, how few people call for sale by owners. Number 2, how few people keep track, and that's going to be my next tape actually, keep track of the old expireds and treat them like your SOI, because those people statistically are moving before anybody else. You should have a database of those babies, and I'm going to tell you how to do that on the next tape as well. So, for sale by owners. Okay, look, my little joke with for sale by owners is people said, well, why do I want to work them? Well, they have a home to sell, you have a real estate license, and you have the best name brand on the planet, so why not use it? Okay, so you have to start with them when they're brand new. You're going to go over and you're going to preview them based on that simple script. It's in the book of everything. Look it up. We have it in there. Okay? And then you're going to go out and you're going to preview the property. Now, the next thing I do when I go preview the property is my job, because most for sale by owners don't understand what's involved with selling the property. They don't understand that the buyers they're attracting are people that don't qualify. Why are they going for sale by owner? To save the commission, right? What do for sale by owner buyers looking to do? Get a deal. That's why only 6% of them work out and they still sell for less than market value doing so. Okay? So that's the first buyer. The second buyers are usually investors that are looking to get a deal. And the third one, and it happens every day in every market in this country, there are people looking to size up the place to see if they want to come back when they're not home. Happens all the time. People for sale by owners get robbed. Okay, it's unfortunate, but it happens. So the people that are coming over are not real buyers. That's really the bottom line. As a real estate agent, I have access, especially with Berkshire Hathaway, to all kinds of international marketing, MLS. We are attracting a whole different category of buyer than they are. See? And they don't realize that. But you have to take your time with them. Give them time to fail, because that's what they need. They need time to fail. And if you go over and you see them and you follow up with good information, like they're going to tell you when you go out there, if you're asking questions and paying attention, they're going to tell you where they're going, how soon they want to be there, what their time frame is, and so forth. And you can use those things to follow up with them. You can also use what I just told you about the 3 different people that look at for sale by owners. Okay, and then they always give you nuggets when you call back. Let me give you a simple one. Here's one of my favorite questions to ask them. I've previewed the property. I followed up, let's say once, and I would follow up every 3 to 5 days after my FSBO preview. One of my, usually the first or second conversations with them is, I know as a real estate agent how I qualify buyers, but I'm wondering, how do you do that? How do you know the people that are coming over to see your home qualify to buy it? And that's usually what you hear. Nothing, because they don't know. You mean people will come out and look at my home that don't qualify? Exactly. That's why. The people that qualified are working with us. They expect to pay fair market value. Okay? Now, you have to ease into these conversations. Then, once I can tell, and sometimes it's 3 weeks, sometimes it's 4, 5, or 6, you can tell when they start to break down, and that's when, you want to go over for your real appointment. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if I could show you a way that I could take all this frustration away from you and net you the same or more money, would that be worth 30 minutes of your time? And yes, it would be. Great. And you go out and you do your real appointment at that time. But there's a process that happens before. If you're gonna list for sale by owners, you have to show them effort before they list with you. All right? And all that effort is going out, asking good questions, paying attention, okay? And look, I'm gonna tell you, the system I just went through, and I went through it quickly. You should all come to my success series. I have it in every market all the time. I go through this in depth. I'm just giving you a little teaser today, but I go through in depth of how to work with for sale by owners. They need to see you do effort, okay? By the time they decide they're gonna list, 6 weeks down the road on average, okay, I've talked to them, I've been to their house, I've talked to them, I've laid a little doubt by the questions I've asked. How do you know they qualify? Do you know, like in Arizona, Nevada, California, they're responsible for forms, okay? The seller representation form and so forth, even though they're for sale, but they don't know all this. You can't go out and tell them all the first time, okay? You might be the reason they list, but not the person they list with. You got to ease your way into this. When it comes to for sale by owners, there's no fire. There's a process. And if you follow the process, you will list a good amount. I went on 2 a week, and I listed 4 or 5 FSBOs, okay, every month by following this simple process. Show them effort, go out, be a professional, and you will list for sale by owners. Even if you list a couple of a month, think about adding 2 deals a month to your current production. And these are listings, not buyers, meaning everybody's coming to you. Hopefully this has been helpful, but like I said, you need to come to my success series, and I go through the whole thing in depth. That's just been a little teaser about is the whole process, but I go through the whole thing in depth. As a matter of fact, I spend quite a bit of time on for sale by owners and the other lead sources when it comes to prospecting. Look, hope to see you guys soon. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.